Floss Tube, I'm Sally, StitchySally here on Floss Tube and also on Instagram. It is Wednesday the 15th of September 2021 and this is Floss Tube number 9. Welcome back to my channel where I waffle about cross stitch. I still feel so nervous when I start doing a floss tube. So I'm really sorry if I'm all over the place this morning, yet again. I've got quite a bit to show you, so I think we'll just get started. I'm going to start with my FFOs because I have 5 maybe, and I'm really pleased with these, so I just want to get on and show you these. So first of all, it's Madame Chantilly, berries and robins, robins and berries, can't remember which way around it is, which you will have seen already when I finished the stitching, and that is it fully finished. So I've actually had this fabric for quite a while. It came from a craft outlet store that we used to have here, and I actually purchased it to finish Needlework ABCs by Little House Needleworks, but I bought a metre of it because it was on sale at the time and I thought it'll maybe do for this. So this is just 2 pieces of cardboard with the fabric laced onto it, sewn together, and then this is mounted on cardboard with some wadding, batting, and then I've just stuck it on. The cording I struggled with around here. I tried to glue it on and it just would not stick, so I've had to pin it. So this I had to sew on because there was no way that this was going to stick. So, and this hangs in here in my dining room on the chimney breast wall. I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. So that's that finish. Sorry, I'm just going to put that down over there, and then I had this one sewn up the last time I filmed, but I just didn't have any trim on it. This one is Blackbird Designs Truly Thine, and as you can see I stitched this in 2012, so it's been waiting for a long time to get finished. So that's the backing fabric, which you'll have seen, like you saw last time, on Judy B. And then I've just used, I actually ordered some ribbon. I was going to do a ruched ribbon finish, but when it came it was too red. It didn't look red on my monitor, and when it came it was very red. So I just went in my stash. Again, this came from the craft outlet that we used to have. It was a shame really when it closed, but I think there was a bit of hoo-ha over rent from what I can gather. So that's that one. And then what have I done with my chart? Oh, it's there. I finished stitching the pin cushion on Winter in Baltimore by With Thy Needle and Thread, and then I decided to tackle the box. I managed to find some of the ticking. I don't know whether it's actual proper ticking, as in that's what it would be called. I don't know. I don't even know what ticking is, to be honest. So there's the box. It's not mounted quite where it should be. I don't know, but I'm happy with it. And the bottom was actually supposed to be some of the light mocha, no, mushroom, some of the mushroom fabric, that you cut out and then stick onto the bottom. But I didn't have enough. I hadn't left myself enough. So I just used some of the ticking, mounted it onto card, and then stuck it on the bottom. And then that's the ticking inside. And then this needs pressing actually. I need to press the rickrack. I haven't had a chance to press it yet, so that's the little, and that is tiny. That is so tiny. And just excuse the mess. I always have trouble getting it joined. And again, that's use the ticking on the back. And this rickrack was white. I didn't have any small rickrack that would do, so I just dumped it in some tea. Not that you can tell. And then that just sits in there. Whoops. Falling over. So that is that one. So that is technically 3. No, it's not. It's 4. Oh, I can't count. And then you may have seen on April's Instagram, April, May, June Stitcher. And you may have also seen, because she's shown it on her latest Floss Tube. She'd started stitching with dye needle and thread Tannenbaum. And as I've said before, you can't get the boxes over here. I tried to get one from somewhere in the States and it was $10, but the shipping was something like $24. And she was out of stock anyway, and she didn't think she was going to get any more in. So as I've said before, I've been waiting for my husband to make one. So what April had done, she had purchased a liquid art panel from Hobbycraft and some balsa wood. So basically, that's the art panel. But if you turn it round, it's got the edge on it. Now, I could have done this myself. I could have cut my balsa wood and stuck it in, but I didn't trust myself to get it right. And when I ordered it online, and when it came, my balsa wood was actually broken. But thankfully, I could still get the pieces out of it. So I can't remember what colour paint this is. It's not actually white. It's not really showing very well. It's more of a, I won't say cream, but like a light beige maybe. And I stitched all these, I think it was in about 2019. So they've just finished mounting them onto card with some batting on. So that is all done. And I am really, really pleased with that, because it does just look like the original box. So thank you, April, for coming up with that idea and sharing your sizing and everything with me. Yeah, really, really pleased with that. So relieved to have it finally done. I'd got to the stage where, whoops, that one's fallen out. I'd got to the stage where I was just thinking, I'm going to finish them into little pillows, because I'm never gonna get the box or anything like it. Right, so we'll move on to whips now, and this one is one that I forgot to show last time. I'd started it, and then I got to the end of filming and realised I hadn't shown it. So this one is Luminous Fibre Arts. Whoops, Savor Every Stitch. And what I've done, because it's the American spelling of Savor, I've recharted Savor Every, so that I can somehow fit it in. I think the top bit of these flower pots, strawberries, will be, I think strawberries, aren't they, will not be there, but I'm going to see as I get going with it, see what it looks like. And I'm using Yep, I'm using all DMC for these, for this one. And that's, oops, that's where I'm at. I don't know if you can tell, I started stitching Savor in the wrong colour. It should be in the same colour as Stitch, but I've just left it because I've got quite a bit done, and I thought I don't want to unpick it. I'd rather just leave it. It isn't going to matter. So as I say, I'm just going to have to see what to do with these bits once I get everything else in. And that is stitched on 40 count Fibre on a Whim buttermilk. Really had to think about that one, didn't I? I am struggling to see it a little bit, but I don't know whether it's... I wear varifocals. I don't know what they're called anywhere else, but in this country they're called varifocals. So I have a piece at the bottom for reading, and then they just graduate up to the furthest distance. But because I have such a small area to look through for reading and obviously stitching, I struggle a little bit, but I do think I may need new glasses. So we shall have to see. And then obviously it's September Sampler Soiree and Sampler September. I think I might have got that right this time. I know I didn't get it right last time, but I did do the hashtag down below. So I am only stitching on one sampler, and it's this one, Wild Starry Snaps, Florence May Piggin 1889, and she is a beauty. She is just so relaxing to stitch, and there's times when that is just what I need. And it's my thread is Sulky 1169, and that is a lovely deep red. And this, I'm stitching this on 35 count Winter Moon linen by Zweigart. Not that it looks like Winter Moon. So that is what I've got done. So I shall be stitching a little bit more on that tonight, hopefully. Let's put that away before it rolls away on the floor and then I kick it later and wonder what it is. Sorry, I'm just going to put everything away as I go along, because otherwise I have a very messy pile of stuff by the time I finish. And then my Friday night sheep stitch with Barb, which is still the Big Ass Sheep, October House Fibre Arts Wear Wool. And I've gone wrong so many times on this, I don't even know what's right anymore, so it's just a case of hoping, really, that it turns out okay, but that's fine. That is absolutely fine. And that is where I'm at. I think these bits are right, and quite possibly this up here. I know there's bits on here that are wrong, and I think this is where I've just gone totally. So this isn't right. I think this is, because I've gone off here. I think the sheep's right, but I don't know. And I'm using a mixture of Gentle Arts and DMC on this one. I just had a look in my stash, saw what Gentle Arts I had and then just sorted out the DMC. There is a DMC conversion on the chart, so I've just done that. I think that one might just get framed because I think I should be able to get an off-the-shelf frame for it without having to worry about finding one that's not a common size. And then this one is my Tuesday night BBD Sal stitch with Barb and Mouse. You've seen it several times now, I think, well, every single video. And this is the one that I'm doing. And I'm stitching it in some of the called for and then the DMC conversion. I just wasn't sure about the DMC conversion. Yeah, with some of them, so I just got, it was the greens that I wasn't really sure about, so I bought the greens. And that's where I'm at. Have I got it all in? Nope, not got it all in. There we go. So I'm not quite sure what I've stitched since I showed this last. No, I'm starting on this big tree. I could be there a while with that big tree, but we shall see. But it's getting there now. It's coming along quite well, so hopefully it should be finished in a bit. Not quite sure when. And I think once I've finished that, I might start the traditional Stitches 20th anniversary sampler that Blackbird Designs did for them, What Remains. I think I might do that one, but don't quote me on that because I might change my mind, because I always change my mind. And then I showed this last time, it was going to be my start for hashtag Rachel's Garden Birthday Sal. Sorry, excuse me. And it's this one, Blackbird Designs Butterfly Garden, number 5 in the Garden Club series. Now I have chosen to stitch it all on one piece of fabric rather than doing the two and sewing them together. I have a particular way I want to finish these. I think I've only bought 6, maybe 7, can't actually remember, I think it might be 6. I just picked out 6 that I liked the most. Whether I'll finish it the way that I'm going to finish it, I don't know. And there's my threads. Again, I've done a mixture of the called for Gast and DMC. And that's that. And I love this. I just love how it looks. It's such a sweet little design. And that is on 35 count platinum linen by Zweigart. So thank you, Rachel, for setting up the Sal. It's nice to do Sals with people. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, that might have been a bit of a loud gulp. I got a bit too close to the microphone then. And finally, sorry, do excuse me. Lainey and I started our Octopus Garden Sal by Blackbird Designs. I have sorted some of the Gentle Arts and the rest DMC. These bits, these yellowy, really pale yellow bits, I didn't like the DMC conversion, so I just picked out gas buttermilk for those instead. And do go and have a look. If you follow Lainey on Instagram, do go and have a look at the colours she's chosen. They're very, very different, and they are lovely, absolutely lovely. So I wasn't really sure whether I wanted to start with the border or start in the middle, and I thought, well, the octopus is in the middle, so I'm going to start in the middle. Which way up is it? Yeah, I did. I put a piece of thread up the top because I didn't want to start it with the fabric the wrong way around. So that's where I'm at with that one. And this is 32 count vintage stone grey by Swagart. And I'm pleased that I swapped my fabric because obviously I had the Stormy Skies, which I wasn't really sure about. So I am pleased that I swapped it out for this one. That's going to be a fun stitch. And that, I believe, is my WIPs, my works in progress. I think. I did have a good look to make sure I've got everything, so hopefully I have. I've got so much stuff in this bag. Right. What else have I got to tell you? Notes. I have no haul to show that I have purchased in the last couple of weeks. I was doing well. Haven't bought anything. But I've been waiting for Barbara Anna Designs Dreaming Frida to come back in at Arts and Design. And I just happened to be looking on Sunday. And they had one in stock, so I thought, right, I've got to get on and order it. It hasn't arrived yet. It'll probably come today when I'm filming. But my chart from Australia arrived 2 days after I'd filmed last. So that was a massive relief. I had emailed Linen and Threads, where I bought it from, and asked about the tracking number. But they'd filed all their receipts, post office receipts, away for the year end. So Karen said, it's easier for me just to send you another one out. So I said, no, don't do that. I'll wait a bit longer, see if it arrives, and then if it doesn't, I'll just get back in touch with you anyway. It arrived. So this is a Linen and Threads exclusive at the moment. It was a retreat piece, I believe, but obviously the retreat didn't go ahead. I assume it will eventually be put on general release, but I didn't want to take that chance. I wanted to get it just in case. So this is Plum Street Samplers, This Joyous Season. Oh, glare, stop it. Now, had I just seen the chart, I maybe wouldn't have looked twice at it. I mean, it's lovely, don't get me wrong, it is beautiful. But I saw it finished, and I'm sure it was on a floss tube. But I couldn't find it again. I could not remember who it was or anything, but I have seen it being stitched on Instagram. by a few people. In fact, I've seen it finished on Instagram. So I had to go searching for it. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased that I managed to get hold of it. Now, obviously, it's charted for Australia, so there's the Australian flag, and I believe there is a diagram, yeah, optional US flag included. So I will change that to the Union Jack, which there is a Union Jack in the corner, so hopefully I should be able to just make that bigger and do that. I don't know what fabric I'll use because it's Fox and Rabbit Designs, and for me to get a piece big enough, it's going to be about £24–25. So, and as much as I love hand-dyed fabric, it's just a bit, and obviously rightly so, it's pricey. Don't get me wrong, you know, I appreciate there is a lot goes in to dyeing fabrics, so I'll probably just go with my usual, maybe vintage country mocha. That seems to be my go-to quite a lot. And I think that is just about everything, actually. Now, I just wanted just to chat about some floss tubers that I've been watching. I've been shouted out a few times for the under 1,000 subs club, and that has been lovely. But I've not been doing it very long, and the idea of the under 1,000 subs club was for people who had floss tubers who had been filming for quite a long while, and really are just not getting the recognition that they deserve. And that was the brainchild of Link is my homeboy, Sarah King, Our Stitching Kingdom, and Kerry and Stitches. And I'd just like to shout out a few floss tubers who have been filming for quite a while and really do deserve more. So my first one, and I have mentioned it before, I have shouted her out before, but it's Lisa at Lisa S Stitches. She stitches the most amazing pieces. She has full coverage. She's been doing the Little Dove Designs monthly series, which she's just put a floss tube up the other day, and she just does the most fantastic stitching. And I'm biased because I know Lisa really well. We've met, known her for quite a long time online, and then we met up, and I call her my surrogate sis, from a time when my own sister wasn't really bothered about me. So do go and have a look at her. She does sometimes have long breaks in between her filming, but that's no detriment at all to her. She's just amazing. So do go and have a look at her. I'm sure you'll have watched her before, but do go and have a look. And if you leave her a comment, just tell her StitchySally sent you. And then there is Sarah King, Our Stitching Kingdom. Sarah's been filming for quite a long time as well, and obviously the under 1,000 subs club was her brainchild with others. She does the most amazing stitching. She's got a blue lace mandala on the go, and every time she shows it I have to comment about it because it is just stunning. She also stitches mirabilias, and she has I can't remember, Yellowstone. She has a Yellowstone piece on the go, which is fantastic. So yeah, do go and have a look at her. And again, tell her I sent you. And then there is Shelley Key X Stitch. She stitches so fast, so damn fast, and she has some beautiful pieces as well, and she deserves a lot more recognition. I do think she's not far off 1,000, so do go and give her a boost as well. And then there is Charlotte, and I must get this right. It is CLU High Heel Stitcher. Now, I've not been watching Charlotte very long. I think her birthday stitch is shoes. Obviously, she loves shoes. She loves heels. And she also has some amazing pieces on the go. So go and have a look at her. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it would be really nice just to give these floss tubers a boost. And then there is Dawn, Frosty X Stitch. Dawn does full coverage pieces, and she's also been doing some, I think it's Shakespeare's Peddler, the antique keys, antique cups and saucers. And I'm really sorry, Dawn, I can't remember what the other one is. And I love watching Dawn. She's really down to earth, really a nice person. So do go and have a look at her as well. And Natalie, Home Sweet Home Handmade. She has done a couple of whip parades. Her most recent one was Autumn Halloween. She showed her whips, and she also showed Halloween and autumn pieces charts from her that she had in her stash. And every time I just sit there, I think, I need to write this one down, I need to write this one down. So yeah, go and have a look at her. And she has the most adorable cat called Betsy. So cute. And then finally, it's a floss tuber who, if you go and have a look, you think she's new. But she actually isn't. She actually had quite a lot of floss tubes up before, took a long break, and then when she came back, she made all her old floss tubes private. And that is Shell from Shalila Stitches. Sorry, Shell, if I've pronounced that wrong. She does full coverage. She does the Country Cottage Needleworks Samplers of the Month. She's done, I don't know who the designer is, but it's a Christmas wreath that she's stitching. She finished it. I watched so many different floss tubes that sometimes, because I know somebody else is stitching it, and I don't know whether it was Shell that had finished it or whether it was the other lady who'd finished it. Oh well. But yeah, I'll link all those down below, and as I say, do go and have a look if you've got time, or if you've seen them before and you subscribed. Yeah, and just say I've come from StitchySally, and just give them a little bit of love. There may well be others in another video, but that's those for now that I just wrote down quickly. Just had to check then that I'd done them all. So I think that's everything stitchy related. I won't go into my health again because I just get bored with it. Not back to normal yet, but never mind. We are all now fully vaccinated. Jess had hers 4th of September. It did it brought up her anxiety. She was not good at all. I actually ended up having to go with her Didn't even think we were going to get her in the car to get her there. But the good thing was that she did recognise that she needed some more help. So she had a phone appointment with the doctor. He upped her medication, and she's also got some new coping techniques. Thankfully, where she works, they do have an occupational health department. And she got signed up to their mental health team. So they've given her some different coping techniques. And she made me laugh because she came off the phone with them, came downstairs, told me what the coping techniques were, and just looked at me and said, "Right, I'm going to go and try them out. I'm going to Tesco's to get my prescription." And off she went, not a problem. Whereas the day before it was, is she going to go to work? Because she was so anxious. But anyway, hopefully, fingers crossed. What else? I went to the dentist last week. Thankfully, everything was okay. Didn't need any treatment, just a checkup. I was supposed to go last November, but they rang me and asked if I minded it being cancelled because they were so behind. Sort of getting treatments done and everything. So I said yes, that was fine. Maybe not a good idea because I don't like going, so it's been a while. But that was all. That was all okay and good. And tomorrow, Abby and I are at the opticians, hopefully. Because Abby's not great at the moment. She's had a migraine. She's feeling a bit better today, but so we'll have to see how we are in the morning. See if she feels like driving and going. So yeah, not been to the opticians since March last year, just before lockdown. Got my eyes tested, got new specs. So go and get that done, hopefully. See if I need new ones or see if it's just my eyes are tired when on a night, because obviously I stitch on a night. So I think that is about sorry, excuse me. I think that's about it. So I will hopefully see you in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I haven't made any mistakes this time, because I messed up my editing last time because I had said, instead of saying Patchwork Rabbit, I said Peakside Needleworks, and then I don't know what went wrong in my editing, but I ended up out of sync. So obviously I'd done something wrong when I'd been editing. I must have hit a wrong button or something. So yeah, hopefully I won't need to edit anything. So take care everybody and stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.